How's it going, guys? We are back on Dragon Ball Legends, and today we're going to be breaking down the brand new Zenkai Awakening for the Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks. It's been quite a while since this guy's come out. We had to wait for his Zenkai Awakening, but it is finally here. Like I said, in this video, we're going to be specifying just about what he does, the benefits, and all that sort of good stuff, and we'll go over how to Zenkai Awaken him as well. So without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, first of all, let's go over how to Zenkai Awaken the Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks and all the different ways, and then we'll jump into exactly what he does and, once again, all the benefits. So if you haven't already, make sure to hit that like and subscribe. So first of all, the best and free-to-play way to get his Zenkai Awakening up to at least Zenkai 3 or 4 is to complete his Battle Gauntlet. Yes, you do also get some free Chrono Crystals out of doing this. As you can see, I am in the middle of doing it. Make sure to stay tuned for his showcase as well. So when you jump into it, you have 100 stages, which you can also auto up to stage 80. After that, you will have to actually play, but you can put it on auto once again, jumping into the matches. So I've already built a team here, which has helped me quite a lot up to the stage that I'm at, which is, was it 70 something? 72 at the moment, and I haven't had any issues. If you are unsure of what the bonus battle characters are, they are up here, and you can bring them down here and bring up the details as well. Just try and make a team as best you can based around those characters, and the best one to use pretty much is the brand or the newish free-to-play Super Buu, which we should all have, or the Super Saiyan 3 Goku, because he does have his brand new platinum equipped as well. So that's one way of doing it. Outside of that, free to play wise, you can jump into the missions, and alongside the actual Battle Gauntlet, he does have a number of missions which you can complete, which includes completing daily missions, which does obviously take some time because it goes all the way up to 14 times, so that's 2 weeks in total. Then there is a number for completing hyper-dimensional co-op. There's a number for completing the Tournament of Power and KOing characters and using Majin Buu Saga characters for a certain amount of times. I have completed some already because, like I said, I'm halfway-ish from fully Zenkai Awakening him. Outside of that, if you don't mind spending a little bit of CC, you can jump into summons, and there is the Zenkai Awakening for him as well. You may even just want to do the daily discounts, which I tell you what we'll do now, because the daily discounts cost 20 CC to actually do it, and then outside of that, we'll just skip through, it is 100 per time. Outside of that, for a full multi of it, where you get an additional 100 on top of that, it is 1,000 Chrono Crystals. Like I said, that's if you don't mind spending some CC. Personally, for me, I like to do it free to play and put my CC into summons, but it is what it is. Alright, let's jump over to the Gotenks himself. Folly's put his stats up and all that sort of good stuff, and we'll see exactly what he does. Alright, so I've got him at a Zenkai 3 level at the moment. Like I said, for his showcase, I will get him up to Zenkai 7, just in the middle of doing it, and I've got him to 14 stars, but as you pull him, normally he will be a Sparking, Yellow, and Defense type. So we'll bring up the details and display the maximum stats, so we can see him at fully Zenkai 7, and with all the sort of stat boosts and things like that as well. So looking at his stats then, they're pretty decent. He's got quite high strike attack, to be fair, but it could be a little bit higher, but it's not too bad. But he is a defense unit, so his defense stats are actually pretty good, especially for a Zenkai Awakened character. And then he does fit into the Hybrid Saiyan, Super Saiyan 3, Fusion Warrior, Fusions, and Kids. So with Zenkai Awakenings, in case you weren't aware, usually to buff the character and anyone that is on the team, they need to be the same sort of color of the character and also fit a certain tag as well. So we were in two minds somewhat of what Zenkai buff he was going to give, but we'll have a little look at it in a second. So the arts cards now, he is fully Zenkai 7, or would be. We've got the Blast and Strike being normal. We've got the Die Missile Barrage, which is a long-range blue card as well, so bear that in mind. It deals major explode damage, an additional plus 50% special move damage inflicted for 3 timer counts upon activation if the enemy is immobilized or heavily immobilized. It also reduces the enemy ki by 50 on hit. So yeah, you probably noticed about the immobilizations, but we'll see about that in the green cards. So the green cards, the following effects occur on hit. It restores own ki by 50, applies the attribute upgrade, shortens sub count by 2 to self for 10 timer counts, which isn't bad. And it immobilizes the enemy, so that's why that's on the blue card. It also inflicts the enemy with attribute downgrade plus 20% to damage received for 10 timer counts, and inflicts enemy with attribute downgrade minus 70% to key recovery for 10 timer counts. Then he does have an ultimate as well, which once again is a long-range ultimate, and I think it might be the only one in the game off the top of my head. So it deals massive explode damage, plus 20% to ultimate damage inflicted for 3 timer counts upon activation, and the following effects occur based on the number of battle members. So you've got 1 battle member, you've got 30% chance to inflict faint, 2 battle members, you've got 50% chance to inflict faint, and 3 battle members still alive, you've got 75% chance to inflict faint on hit, which is a massive percentage. And from what I remember, when he first came out, there's a bit of a glitch with this character where he had 100% as well. So some of you out there might have a bit of PTSD outside of that. And then you can also boost the blast strike and special boost with the arts boost that we've had in the recent update. So that's everything about the arts. Let's jump into the abilities. Going into the abilities then, we've got the main ability, which draws the ultimate art cards, charging Ultra Boo Boo Volleyball next. He also restores his own health by 20% and ki by 50. He cancels his own attribute downgrades and abnormal conditions. The Z ability, as always, is a really good Z ability actually for Fusion Warrior and Hybrid Saiyans. Gives 20% to max base health. Remember, this is him at 14 stars. If you've been around for quite a while, you might have him close to that at the very least. And then the big drum roll, which is the Zenkai ability. I was a bit worried that they might give it to Majin Buu Saga, or even Hybrid Saiyans, because the biggest thing with this guy that everyone's been waiting for Zenkai Awakening is that it should buff and help out the Ultra Super Vegito as well. So let's take a little look at it. And it is Element Yellow and Fusion Warrior, which I'm okay with. I mean, it's a bit better than the Majin Buu Saga and Hybrid Saiyans, to be fair. Like I said, it can buff up the Ultra Super Vegito if you've got them on the same team. And you mainly use this guy as a bench unit at the moment, maybe not with a Zenkai Awakening. On a fusion team at the very least. You can sneak him on a Hybrid Saiyans, but he more fits into a Fusion Warrior. So I'm alright with that Zenkai ability, to be honest. I think that'll do quite well. So let's have a little look at his unique abilities then. So Crazy Strong applies the following effects to self when the battle starts. Plus 40% damage inflicted, cannot be cancelled. Plus 30% damage inflicted for 50 timer counts, cannot be cancelled. We've also got reduces damage received by 30%, can't be cancelled again. And plus 50% to key recovery, once again, cannot be cancelled. He also then applies the following effects to self when this character enters the battlefield. Minus 10 to strike arts cost for 10 timer counts, extra key recovery, and he also gets plus 30% to vanishing gauge recovery for 10 timer counts, which isn't the worst, isn't the best, but it's not too bad. We got Confronting Resolution, applies the following effects to self when changing cover. Reduces damage received by 40% until the combo ends, and he also increases arts card draw speed by 1 level for 20 timer counts. So he doesn't have the typical cover change where he basically stops the combo, but you can use this to disrupt a little bit. He also restores 30% of damage taken during the cover change, up to 30% of own health, and plus 50% own strike damage inflicted for 15 timer counts when activated. He has got a couple of damage buffs, to be fair, but once again he is a defense type, so he's mainly there to essentially tank, basically. So we've also got the newer unique abilities. So we've got Indomitable Will. The following effects occur if own remaining health is 50% or below after being hit by an enemy's arts attack whilst this character is on the battlefield, and it only activates once. So he gets extra damage inflicted, cannot be cancelled, reduces enemy key by 30, and he also seals one enemy's card slot randomly. This sealed slot could be used, cannot be used for 10 timer counts. So a bit of disruption, basically. It's so similar to the Transforming Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta that came out alongside the MEY, but not too bad, I guess. Once again, just can disrupt the enemy if you need it. The other unique ability we've got is Inspiring Warrior. So the following effects occur upon landing a strike or blast arts hit. So we've got randomly destroys one new card, activates once. We've got activation count resets when characters switch. Plus 10% to own damage inflicted, cannot be cancelled, activates 7 times, which is pretty good. He also randomly destroys 1 enemy card and inflicts enemy with attribute downgrade plus 10% to damage received for 15 timer counts. So overall, he's not looking too bad. Once again, he's mainly built as a defensive tank unit to disrupt the enemy, but alongside with his green cards, that could be quite handy. And also, with that chance of feint, you can get a feint off, switch into whoever you want, or use with this guy, and just rise and rush the enemy. So he's not looking absolutely broken or anything like that in the way of offenses, but defense-wise, he's looking pretty good. So I am excited to see how he does in PvP. Like I said, we'll do that in a different video. I am sort of setting this up a little bit differently, where we do a breakdown video separately. So if you guys do like this sort of thing, let me know down in the comments, and make sure to show me by hitting that like and subscribe if you haven't already. But that is pretty much everything to do with him. Obviously, there is his new art as well. So that is everything for the video. Thank you very much for watching. Until next time, I'll catch you later. Ciao.